Alright, welcome back. We're into turn 6, so this is the final round of the game. We only ever go through 6 rounds with Armada, same as Legion. It's not always a kill game. The learn to play game is a kill game. Usually we're gonna be doing have objectives and things which really change the game quite a bit. You know, if I do a kind of a 2.0 or a learn to play 102 type class or set of videos, then we'll mix in the objectives and talk about them. Otherwise, maybe we'll do some videos at some point talking about the different objectives. Alright, so we're into turn 6. We are in turn 6. The Republic is going to get to go first. CIS is going second. As I mentioned in the last video, I'm not necessarily playing this how I would play in tournaments. In tournaments, at this point, you're just trying to save things, or if you have a chance to kill it, you take that chance. But if you're on potentially the losing side, you will often at this point just try and preserve as many points as you possibly can. I decided to go against that for the learn to play because I think it's more fun to do it this way. So with the Republic going first, we're going to go with our Acclimator stand-in, our command ship, our Victory Star Destroyer, and we have a concentrate fire. In a regular game, I would usually probably have engineering now to try and save it, but instead we're going to try and do as much damage as we possibly can. Now unfortunately, it doesn't have a lot of dice going right now. We do have the Nebulon B in medium range out of the side. It's going to be 3 dice. That's not bad. But the Nebulon B has all 3 of its shields in the front. I think it's probably impossible for us to kill the Nebulon B with this shot. We have a long range shot on this guy, on our assault frigate Munificent stand-in. But again, we're not going to kill it. But we do have a 1 dice flak on this squadron. Do we take it and hope that we can kill that, add to our point total even though we might lose? But also understanding we still have that interceptor to go, which could do the job itself. It's a tough call. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the shot on the Nebulon B. The reason being is I'm going to hope that even though I can't kill it, I can do enough damage, and then I'm going to hope that it moves up into range of the Raider. So I'm kind of hoping that they make a mistake. In a tournament isn't going to happen generally at this point in the game. But we're going to hope for that. And we're going to take, there's no obstructions here, so we have 2 reds and a blue, plus our concentrate fire. So we're going to be able to add a dice to this. So we have an accuracy. So this is actually pretty good. Accuracy and 2 crits or hits. The accuracy will help us with the evade, so that's good. They will be able to brace here. So what do we want to do? I think what we're going to do is we're going to add a blue. I think the blue is going to give us the best, because bracing 4 to 2 is the same as bracing 3 to 2. So we got another hit out of that. So we have 3 coming in. We're going to accuracy the evade. They can't do that. They can brace, however, so they will brace it to 2 and take 2 to the front. Okay, have to remember to flip our brace token once we get over to that side. If there were 2 of me, I would have flipped it just now. And now we have no other shots. We're going at speed 1. And we'll just... I won't turn into the fight at this point because that would be silly, because this ship is now done for the game. I will just trundle forward. If I had even turned to the outside, I would have swung my back end even closer to the Nebulon B. So we'll leave it like that. Alright, so victory. Done for the game. Except for defending. This Nebulon B did take a shot and did use its brace. Now we do have the Raider here. We know the Raider is going to go next. Because we know the Raider is going to go next, we're not going to go with this Nebulon B and move into range where it can do something. The only issue with that is the Raider could move up and obstruct the shot of the Nebulon B, which isn't something that we would necessarily want to happen. So I could be safe and I could go with one of these two ships that the Raider's not going to affect either way. Or I think I'm going to go with the Nebulon B because I want to get as many dice on that victory as I possibly can. And if he jumps up and obstructs my shot, it's going to be potentially that 1 damage that I need in order to be able to kill the victory. So, activate. We have a concentrate fire. Just what I hoped that we would have. Now I need to determine range here. So we do have, so it's medium range to the rear. I do have to see if I'm even double arced though. It's long range to the side, but that's okay. Yeah, so we don't have a shot from the side anyways. It's long range to its side, but that's what I'm going to take. He doesn't have an evade, so the evade's not going to hurt me being at long range. It's the well, it's not the only shot that I have. So I also have an obstructed shot here, and he does have double flak, so it's 2 blues. I'm going to take the red shot first, but I'm not going to add in the concentrate fire yet. If this either does a lot of damage or does nothing, then I might save the concentrate fire, and with the off chance that I might be able to kill that squadron with the concentrate fire. So we did get, so that's good. We have Dodonna, and we got 2 crits and a hit. I think I'm going to take the concentrate fire now, add in another red, which we get a blank on. Good old red dice. So now they have to decide what they're going to do. I went to the side. Remember, they have no shields on the front or the rear or that side, so the redirect does nothing for them. They can brace. It would be bracing to 1, but this is the last round. You're not worried about having to discard your defense tokens at this point. So we will brace that 1 and go down to 1 damage. But it is going to be a crit. So we're going to hope for another one of those structurals. So we got faulty countermeasures, can't use exhausted defense tokens. So that's actually interesting. So that means if we don't get the structural, we might take that because now he can't use that brace. So when the assault frigate shoots at him, he would not be able to use any defense tokens. So that actually might be valuable. Life support failure, discard all of your command tokens. You cannot have any command tokens. That's fine. We're not going to worry about that one. That he has no command tokens. He has a coolant discharge. Only 1 attack performed each round can target a ship. He can't attack anymore this entire game, so that's no good to us. And we have a targeter disruption. While attacking, you cannot resolve critical effects. He cannot attack anymore this game. So the only one that makes any sense is faulty countermeasures, which we will keep. That actually is a pretty good one at this point. So we will take that. Now we do have that one flak dice that we can throw at the interceptor. Remember, I would have 2, but it's obstructed because of the token, so I can only throw 1. And it's a crit, but crits don't do damage generally to squadrons, so nothing happens there. We are going speed 1, so we do have to make that move. And we don't want to move into the raider, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and I don't want to hit that rock either. I'm just going to go forward. Now this does hit the Z95, so my opponent, the Republic side, would get to place this. And they would not want to place it anywhere where it's going to be able to shoot at a ship. But it probably wants to be able, it is going to go first in the squadron phase, so it probably does want a shot on it from the interceptor. But we don't want to place it on the token because it would heal a hull. So we're going to go right in this back corner where it's not on the token. Okay, so that's done. Now we do have the raider, and we may have got, so we do have the raider in the last second, gets barely back into the fight. We have a medium shot. Reveal our command. We did have a concentrate fire, so only one shot out the front. It is medium range, so we don't get to use our black dice, but we do get to use our blues. No other shots, so we're just going to add in the concentrate fire now for 3 blue dice, and we're going to shoot at the side because the side has no shields, and Nebulon Bs have no redirects. Got 3 damage and 2 crits to this Nebulon B. So that Nebulon B, it is long range. It will use an evade, have them re-roll 1, hope for that accuracy, which we got. So now we're down to 2. We will brace that to 1. We can't get rid of the crit, so we are going to take 1 crit to hull, but it's not going to kill us unless there's a damage card in here that I don't know about. So blinded gunners, while attacking, he cannot spend accuracy. He's done attacking, really means nothing to us. And the raider is going speed 3, so we do have to make a maneuver here. And he was going to try and get in and obstruct. And he might still be able to obstruct the... Just going to go straight. And he may have just obstructed our shot, but we're going to find out right now. Raider's done. Going to come over. I'm not going to worry about this Nebulon B. It's out of the fight. We're not even going to activate it in this round because it can't do anything anyways, and it's not going to fly off the board. No worries about that Nebulon B. So this is going to be the last ship that we activate. We did have an engineering. That's unfortunate. Would have rather had a concentrate fire at this point. I'm not even going to bother with engineering because nothing can shoot at it and kill it. So we're going to figure out our shots here. We do have a medium shot. So we do have medium for both of these. And now I need to do that check dot to dot, but I think we're actually going to get unobstructed. The raider didn't get in there. We have unobstructed 2 shots. If I were to go to the side, it would be obstructed. The only unfortunate thing in here is he will be able to use his redirect on to back here. So I'm going to go with the rear shot first, because the rear shot isn't as powerful. So make him use the redirect on that as much as possible. Remember, he can't use exhausted defense tokens, so the victory will not be able to brace this no matter what. So we have 2 reds and a blue. This is our final hurrah. We need to get 5 damage to Hull in order to kill our Acclimator victory. So we got 3. That's pretty good. That was good, because we can't brace. They can redirect, which is unfortunate. So they will redirect it. That's exhausted. They can't use it anymore. Put those 2 to that side. They are going to take 1 damage. There was no crits, so we don't get the crit, the Dodonna crit out of it. But we are now up to 4 Hull, and we're going to get our last final shot. It's going to be 3 reds and a blue. There's nothing that the Victory Acclimator can do at this point to defend any of these dice. Whatever we roll or getting through, if we get a crit, Dodonna might help us out. That's unfortunate. We rolled 3. We got 3 damage and no crits. Now, could have we gotten a structural out of that? Yeah, we wouldn't have even gotten a structural. We got 3 damage through. We're at 7. The victory survives with 1 damage left. That's too bad. So now we just have squadrons. We're going to activate the interceptor first. Again, obstructed. It wants 1 damage, which it gets. Last dice roll, we did kill a squadron. Alright, so that's the game. Now what we would do here is we add up all of the points. Now the squadrons, similar to the squadrons for the CIS, they're cheap. They're only 7 points. So we have 28 points over there. We did, on this side, we killed a raider and 3 squadrons. 33 for the total of the squadrons. So even with just the squadrons, we would have won. But we did kill one of the raiders, and that raider was 48 points. So we did get a 48-point raider. And that's it. So in this game, the CIS won a close game. But that's how to learn to play. Once you get up to the full 400 points and you get the big ships on the board, you know, more stuff is gonna die probably. It may not help that I'm playing both sides because I'm using my thought process on both sides, which might not be, you know, the best way to go in terms of doing a demonstration, but you know, I don't want anyone else here because we're in the middle of a pandemic. Hopefully these videos were all helpful to you. Please like and subscribe. I will do a wrap up, not necessarily of this battle, but what I'm going to do is I'll wrap up and just give you some general thoughts about what to think about going into a game. There's things like people think Armada takes forever to play, and things like that. And just to give you a baseline of what to expect when you start playing the game. But thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Keep Armadaing, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.